All right, to the internet and all those that may watch or be watching, this is another Unnamed Adventurers Guild. This is a second part to the Dark Shard, from where our mighty adventurers went running scared after being beaten down by some strange, dark, shadowy beasts and beasties. And with that, we'll go ahead from my right, and we'll go down, and we'll have the sacrifice offerings from tonight that introduce themselves, and it will start with Fletch.
Hi, I'm Ty Johnston. I'm playing Fletch tonight. He's a human fighter. He wears half-plate armor. Fairly young guy, early to mid-20s. Has a longbow in his back, carries a short sword, and a whip. And he's not huge. He's got a little bit of muscle, but he's not a huge guy. And despite the fact he wears half-plate armor, he's actually pretty stealthy and can get around that way almost as easy as a lot of rogues can. And that's Fletch tonight.
All right, thank you, Fletch. And I will say that, and it's going to say Mike took us, I believe it's Arden.
Yeah. Okay, hey everyone, I am Hassan Fajri, and I'll be playing Arden Dawnfellow. He's a half-elf warlock with an arc-shaped pattern, and Arden always has this little light of mischievousness dancing around his eyes. He tends to be slightly fidgety at times, but that's because his mind's going over 100 different ideas at once. But he's loyal, mostly just to his own brother, but if you become a friend, he'll follow you.
All right, great, and thank you. And then we'll go with Endon, if I said that right.
Yeah, hi. I'm Suhaib, and I'm playing as Endon. And Arden is my twin brother. Endon kind of likes the dice games, and he cons a lot in that. And well, he does take some help from Arden and all. He respects Arden the most. Not really too friendly of a guy, but yeah, if you do make him a friend, he will help you whenever.
All right, thank you. And now we're down to Crawl, the Mighty.
All right, my name's Dan, and today I will be playing or reprising the role of Crawl X Tier. He is a stout halfling ranger. He has a very tribal or wild appearance to him. He almost looks like a feral goblin, and he wears like the top half of like an alligator or crocodile head that's been kind of cleaned up into a helm. So he looks very wild, and he's not very sociable.
All righty. And with these mighty adventurers, they're all upon the rolling grassy hills out in front of the DEAMONARY ROW mountains, from where they last ran from these tragic events, with more knowledge and hopefully more of a plan to bring back this dark shard. There's a light breeze coming on. It's like an afternoon breeze, about like what you'd get in around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There's mild clouds in the sky. The sky is somewhat of a nice baby blue, but there's a darkness around it. And I'll leave it to you.
There aren't any bodies this time, at least not yet.
Not down at the grassy on the grassy rolling hills there.
Okay.
That you see. or smell.
I will warn my companions. The last time some of us from the guild went this way, we kept coming across dead bodies, and then we finally figured out what was making them dead were, to be honest, I'm not sure if they were undead or some kind of demon, but they were shadowy creatures which we really couldn't see all that well. It was actually pretty hard to see them at all sometimes, but every now and then we could see little parts of them. So be on the lookout for anything, weird or odd. If you see something out of the corner, you think you see something out of the corner of your eye, go look at it, check it. Don't just think it's anything. And down the road here, ways on the path, we should come to a large cave. And yay, there were more of those shadowy creatures in there, and those seemed at least quite a bit more powerful than the ones we ran into on the road.
You're saying the bodies were alive?
No, they were people slain by these monsters.
Interesting. Do you think they might have been undead?
Very possible. I mean, they were obviously some kind of supernatural. I don't believe we had a divine caster of any kind with us when we were here, so we could never discern. I mean, they were definitely, something was going on. I figure either undead or demonic, one way or the other. And I could be wrong. Maybe there's some other option, but that seemed to be. They did seem to take damage from regular weapons, but it took a while.
If the dead are inhabiting this place, I'll be sure to track down every last one of them and make them re-meet their end. They are my greatest foe. And who are these two new fellows? I don't believe we've met.
We are just new to the guild. Ain't we, bro?
Yeah, Arden Donfellow, very, very pleased to meet you. And he'll just extend his hand out.
Fletch will take his hand and shake it. Glad to have you.
Yes?
And I'll raise my small hand and do the same.
Yeah, Arden shakes enthusiastically. Well, about the dead bodies, that doesn't do much for my. It's just a bit concerning.
I would suggest getting used to it. Sorry.
In the breeze that you feel across your brow and your cheeks, and like that, each of you roll me a perception check.
That's a 16.
Okay.
Yeah, 16 for me as well.
All right.
11.
Okay.
13. I put it in chat.
Yeah, I saw that. Everyone but I think it's Eden. Eden had the 11, right?
Endon.
Endon, my bad.
Yeah.
He had the 11. Everybody but Endon hears this chuckle that seems to be drifting on the wind as it goes through, a eerie, dark chuckle as Fletch is trying to lay down a battle plan and do a mission prep.
Oh, and here we go. Basically, where we're at, there's this path we follow through the hills here, and we should come to the cave. From what I remember, the cave entrance was really big, bigger than the things we fought inside would need. So there was some discussion that there may be something else around here. We didn't run into anything, but usually you don't have like a tunnel entrance that large without something like either living in it or having built it or something.
So the cave's not natural, is what you're saying.
I don't know. I don't believe it. I mean, there were doors and things on the inside of it. But it was, besides being unnatural, it was just so large. I mean, why would you need a cave entrance that big unless you've got something big to get through it?
Fletch, roll me your investigation check.
Oh boy. 17.
Okay, so you remember from that as you're talking this through and like that, you remember you said, yeah, it was about 60 foot wide, 80 foot tall.
Yeah, that's big enough to put a dragon through, for instance.
That's very big. And then stick close, little brother.
Oh, don't worry, I will. I don't want to get lost in here.
Do you two have any special tricks or talents that might help us along the way?
Well, if it comes to the dice games, yeah.
Yeah, if you want me to be another person, sure.
Are you good with magic or blades or what is your specialty?
I can put people to sleep.
Interesting.
Oh, blasting isn't that much of a problem.
Excellent.
Okay. Can you run fast?
I can manage. Depends on what I'm running towards or from.
And depends on the size of whatever we are running from.
That too.
You're both half-elves, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pointy ears right here.
Yep, you can run fairly quickly then.
Well, then perhaps we should explore up ahead.
Yeah, Fletch is gonna go ahead and get his bow out with a arrow ready. I would suggest anyone with distance weapons have them prepared. And like I said, keep. If I remember correctly, there were woods at least part of the way on either side of the trail. So keep an eye out for any weird movement or shadows or anything like that. And
Yeah,
I'll take the lead and I guess head that way.
Yeah, you remember correctly. There was the trail itself meandered through the woods up to the cave.
Yeah.
Okay. Arden will just kind of, conjure a small ball of energy in his hands. Kind of just, in case he notices something out of place, he's going to launch it.
Okay.
Oh, and two more things. One, if we do come across a dead body, don't just go up to it, because that was usually when the dead things came about. And second, if the Dark Queen shows up, do not hurt her. That's my fiance. All right, let's go.
If the Dark Queen shows
Understood.
up, we'll make quick work of her.
Interesting taste in women.
All right. What's the marching order? The present plan?
Endon's gonna be at the back.
Fletch figures he'll take lead.
Are you planning to go up ahead or just stay at the front of the party?
Yeah, give me about 30 feet at least. Within running distance, but...
I guess I'll lead the rest of the group that's following 30 feet behind.
Yeah, Arden will stick close to his brother.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and then is just like gonna walk in the sneaking style, not like he can sneak, but still.
Yeah, quiet's probably good.
Yeah, probably won't hurt. As far as that, Let's see here. Doing an on-run adjustment. Yeah. We'll go this route.
Okay.
Alrighty. And as you're walking along, the breeze there flowing, you're seeing the shadows run across the grass as you're looking around, trying to be stealthy and quiet. You appear to be quiet for your surroundings, and you come up to the base of the mountain where the trail goes on into the woods. Do you guys do anything?
I'd like to take a look at the trail, see if I can find any footprints or anything.
All right, give me a survival roll.
All right, this will be +4 to the roll.
Okay.
So 20, unnatural.
All right. What you'll find there is you'll find it looks like some mouse footprints that are somewhat old. You'll see some humanoid footprints that appear to be somewhat old, and a half-orc footprint along the sides, and you see some older and just barely distinguishable lizard man footprints and this dainty humanoid footprint.
It looks like they might have half-orcs, mouse folk, and lizard men in their employ.
Well,
I see tracks that have come through here.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say that the half-orc tracks are probably Conan, the mouse tracks are probably our attorney friend we had with us, and any human tracks were probably mine.
Oh.
The lizard folk ended up being the dead bodies we found, and there was a woman. Who was it? Because I brought her body back. I can't remember her name now. No, I wrote it down. Lilith.
Oh, Lilith was slain?
Yes.
Has anyone told her brother?
Her brother?
No, Lilith isn't.
Oh, never mind. I'm thinking of the Dark Queen.
Yeah.
Let's hope all of us make it out all right.
Say again?
Let's hope all of us make it out all right.
Yeah. If you worship anybody or anything, it's probably not a bad time to mutter a prayer or two. So are we at the entrance to the cave yet then?
No, you're going up the start of the trail.
Oh, okay. Into the mountains.
Yep. And you'll notice that there's no breeze at all, and it's eerily quiet. I mean, it's still, just like everything is kind of stopped.
It's almost too quiet.
Yeah. If there was some way I knew of to sneak around to the cave entrance, I would suggest it. But as far as I know, in the mountains, there's this path leading up to it. I mean, we could, if we had some serious magic, I'm sure we could accomplish it. Or if we had some serious climbing skills, maybe.
I'm rather stealth. I could try to sneak up there.
Okay.
Yeah, go take a look.
I'll try to maneuver my way up to the cave entrance as stealthily as I can.
All right. Well, as you're going on up, you get to we'll say about quarter of the way up the hill, which is probably about 300 yards. And like that, roll me a stealth check.
Okay, this roll will be +7.
Okay.
So 25.
Alrighty. You feel like you're one with the silence that's in there. Roll me a perception check.
Alright, this one will be +4. So 9.
Alright. You thought you may have saw something, but you're not up ahead about 60 yards, but you're not sure at all. You kind of shaking it off to the side to a degree.
And I don't hear anything either.
No, it seems very, very quiet for some reason.
Alright, I guess not having any reason not to, I'll continue to try to sneak forward.
Okay. Okay, as you go forward, you see this body about 6 foot tall, and it just kind of eerily and slowly turns towards your direction, and almost like it was looking off on the one turn of the trail where it was going around a rock and a tree, and it, for some reason, just starts looking kind of like towards you. Not that he's actually looking at you, or it's actually looking at you, but it's just that movement.
And this 6-foot body, does it, from a distance, does it look like human or orc, or can I like determine a race at all?
Yeah, that'd be fairly easy enough. You know, it is humanoid, that it does appear like it was either a large human or an average half orc size and bearing somewhat. Its clothing and armor seems to be a bit tattered.
And do I see any more tracks along the way?
Give me a survival check.
This would be +4.
Okay.
So a natural 20 for a 24.
Okay. You see the same tracks that you were seeing before, but you notice that there was looks like wolf tracks that came on through, and like that, and so far in the back of your mind, you're recalling what Fletch told you, and you haven't ran across any lizardman carcasses yet.
Okay, when I'm about 100 feet out from the body,
What body?
the 6-foot body,
Oh, the one that's kind of turning towards you, coming. Okay.
yeah, when I'm about, I don't know, 120 feet from it,
All right.
I want to try to plug it with an arrow.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a hit.
That's 16
That will hit.
for all of 6 damage.
All right.
And I'll backpedal my full movement knowing that whatever it is, I should have its attention.
All right. All right. You see this body kind of lumbering towards you.
And I guess I'll try to keep distance between us, basically try to maintain the same 100 or so feet between me and it, and I'll try to work my way back to the rest of the group. And if I have to dash to do so, I'll dash. If I don't have to dash, then I'll continue firing at it.
You seem to have no problem keeping that distance.
And if I get within line of sight of the rest of the group, I'll try to wave them forward.
Okay. Fletch, Aiden, Arden, and Eden, you see Crawl acting rather oddly to you.
Is that normal for him?
And then kind of waves back to him.
It is if there's trouble. Come on, we need to go. Fletch will start running in that direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Arden just nods and follows.
And then follows too.
All right. And in prep of this, roll your initiative and put it over onto the chat side so I can track it. All right. My goddamn. Let's see here. Damn. Alrighty. So you guys are able to make it up to Crawl where he's at, and he's doing his silent waving. He's not hollering. He has his bow in his hand, and you get on up there, and you can see this figure lumbering towards your position.
Oh, there's some arrows in him.
There's a arrow in him.
I'll look at Craw and say, something's wrong with that guy. Should we put him down?
He seems to be at one with the dead. Yes, we need to end his miserable existence.
Okay. I'll,
Is your Dan? Is your one of your favorite enemies undead?
Yes, my favorite enemy is undead.
Okay, then you'll know that I thought it was, but just wanted to double check. You'll know pretty much that what this is a zombie.
The zombies are coming.
Oh, there's more than one?
usually there's more than one. They
Okay.
seldom travel alone.
Well, since he's slow and a little distance away from us, and he's the only one I see at the moment, I'm going to put my bow and arrows away, and I'll get out my dagger or my short sword and the magical dagger. I'll give it a try.
All right.
And if he's slow moving, I'm basically thinking just about waiting for him to come to us.
He's moving typical zombie speed, about 20 feet.
Okay. Well, as long as nobody else shows up in the meanwhile, once he gets up within 20 feet of us, I'll move towards him and attack.
All right, you're prepping for all that. You're seeing he's moving still forward. What's the rest of y'all doing?
I'll follow suit and put my bow away, draw my short swords, and ready an attack for when he catches up to us.
Arden will, just kind of just mutter, "Didn't think I'd have to get my hands dirty this early." And he is going to attack, however.
Okay, how's Arden going to attack?
He'll release an Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty. What about Aiden?
Well, it seems everyone is having some fun. I guess I should have some too. And then actually prepares the Eldritch Blast. This purplish energy comes forming on his right hand, and then he shoots at him.
Okay, then both. Well, we'll go with Arden first, since he had the better initial. Roll the hit.
That's a 13.
You'll hit.
Okay, that will be 1d10 damage. Just 6.
Alrighty. And then Eden.
Just a second. I need to calculate the attack roll.
Oh, okay.
There it is. That would be.
Say again.
That would be a 16.
16 will hit.
Yeah, and a d10. It's a 6.
Yeah, it is a 6. Okay. Alrighty, and he's up within melee range, so Fletch, go ahead and.
Yeah, I'll move up to him. Short sword in my main hand. Let's see. Oh, that's a natural 20. And the dagger in my offhand. Oh, that's only like a 9.
Oh, okay. On the crit, go ahead and roll me some percentage.
Okay, 38.
All right. Get my glasses here. Make sure. Find my sheet. Okay. Roll up your damage.
Okay.
And go ahead and double it while I'm trying to find this, and that's what we'll say for this. Where did I put my little crit sheet I like.
Do I add my normal crit damage to that also?
Yeah, just like you did. Just do it like a textbook crit.
Okay. Then that would be 11, and if you're saying times 2, it'd be 22.
All right. And Crawl, go ahead and...
Alright, so with my short swords out, I'll kind of do a little blade flourish, kind of spinning them in my hands a little bit, and then just try to chop away. So with the first attack, well, I'll just roll both of them at once. We have a 10 and a 21.
Okay, they both hit.
Alright, so let's see. So with the first one, I'll swing and do 7, and with the second one, I will swing and do 6. And so I'll just try to cut what pieces of the zombie off I can.
All right, Fletch, did you add in the damage when you did that for the dagger?
No, I thought the dagger missed.
No.
Oh, okay. Then it would have just been 4 points of damage.
Okay. So what we had going here in the cinematic is the fact that we had 2 eldritch blasts going on, hitting this lumbering piece of huge decaying flesh and battering it fairly well. When it got down within melee range, it goes ahead and Fletch just tears on into it, wielding his short sword in this new little toy, and hits it with both attacks. One up over on the shoulder, the other through the open rib cage that the zombie had, and then Crawl comes up from beneath and goes ahead and hits it from both sides on either thigh, and it comes tumbling down like a giant tree, and it just stops moving altogether.
And when it falls down, I'll just take my 2 short swords and stab it into the ground, trying to just almost like nail it to the ground.
Okay. And Fletch?
Fletch will kind of stand back, and he stares at Craw, and he just kind of smiles. And he'll say, "You know, I'm used to fighting with a halfling. You guys are vicious little bastards."
The undead killed my family. I owe it to them.
And then Fletch is going to turn around to our new warlock friends and kind of smile at them and say, "Tricky, Eldritch Blasts. I was getting ready to try to make bets with you guys on who would take the zombie down, but now that I know you can hit from like a mile away, I'm not sure I want to make that bet."
Well, I don't know. Some betting's always nice. Gets you a little money.
Alrighty, so what are you guys doing?
Crawl will take his sword and kind of poke around the body to see if there's anything that can identify it, where it might have came from, that kind of thing.
Well, you'll poking around it and whatnot. You'll notice that there seems to be that it's carrying a necklace with a signet from a trading house that's down in a lower city from Illumina, from Kamisna. That he may have been part of a merchant band that traveled up through here, maybe going from Kamisna to Illumina.
He'll use his sword to remove this signet and kind of flip it over towards Fletch. He'll sheath his swords, and then he'll take out his custom ironwood skull batons and use them to just bash in the skull of this thing to make sure the brains are completely destroyed.
Okay. You'll have gelatin-like brain matter that spews about and then dribbles out through the eye sockets and the nostrils onto the ground.
And you can see Cross smile with almost a perverse grin as he kind of turns to the others and says, "Come on, let's go. There has to be more."
And then it's kind of like, man, that's disgusting.
Arden just nods quietly.
And it's starting to get a little darker down here. Down here now, it appears to be a little bit later in the afternoon, about 6 o'clock, and the clouds seem to be forming more, coming together like almost like a blanket or a canopy, along with the canopy aspect of the trees in the forest over the trail.
After cleaning his weapons off, Fletch will put them away and get his bow and arrow ready again. And he's thinking Craw can lead the way. He's the undead expert here.
Yes, let's go. And I'll look for other signs of undead as I just lead the group up the rest of the path towards the cave.
And don't forget the password is, "Oh, by the gods, there's too many of them, run."
And I'll give him a look, kind of a confused look.
I'll remember that.
And then is gonna look for like a few pebbles around here. Maybe he finds a few, and he's just gonna start juggling with them.
Okay, you'll be able to find. We'll say, let me see here. You'll find yourself 4 of them.
So where to next?
Oh, I just want to. I forgot to point this out, and I should have way earlier to our newcomer guys. On Fletch's back, where his quiver is for his arrows, kind of stuffed down in the quiver is a wooden vase that is filled with bright red roses.
Keep him around for the smell?
Keep them around for my woman next time I see her.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And I'll kind of whisper to them at some point when Fletch isn't necessarily paying attention. He's crazy for this evil lady. Don't mind him.
Oh, we can see that.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and so what are y'all doing? Just moving up the trail?
Yep, we'll progress towards the cave entrance.
Yeah, I figure we'd let Crawl lead the way again, however far ahead he wants to move.
I'll keep my eyes out for tracks or any signs of undead, but other than that, I'll just kind of keep going.
You're seeing about the same tracks that you've been tracking and seeing. They look about the same age as far as that. And we have in line of order is you, and then you're what, 30 feet ahead?
I figured I'd just walk up with everybody at this point, because...
All right, so you're taking point?
Yep.
And then who's behind you?
Probably Fletch.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I can be next.
Yeah, we'll be right behind you guys.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be right behind you too. Even behind Arden.
All right. And let's see here. And as you're going up along, all of a sudden Fletch feels a cold hand touch battering him somewhat. Or let me see here. What is the melee attack on that? For 9 points of necrotic damage. And go ahead and Fletch, go ahead and roll me a 1d4.
4.
And your strength score is reduced by 4.
Great.
Now,
Do any of us notice this?
you won't, Carl won't, because you're up in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
But the Aiden and Arden, Eden can try a either investigation or perception check, whichever they're better.
Yeah, they're both kind of same. That's a 2. So let's just leave that.
Arden gets a 17 on perception.
All right. You may have thought that you saw something, but you're not sure what it was.
Okay.
And Fletch, what do you do?
Fletch is going to grunt very loudly, intentionally, to make sure everyone hears him.
Okay, and you're to put into this and the context is there that this strike seems familiar.
Great. And I'm going to go ahead, as foolish as it may seem. I may be in closed combat with this thing, but I've got my bow and arrows ready. I'm going to go ahead and just fire 2 shots in the direction I think the thing is. And I'll, at that point, I'm going to try to withdraw or back up from it.
It came from your right side.
Okay. I turn right, launch 2 arrows, and then back up.
Give me some rolls.
Disadvantage on both of them, I'm thinking.
Yes.
Okay, the first one is a 16. And the second one's an 11.
Okay, the first one hit.
Oh. Well, that's nice. Come on. Make sure I get the right dice here. For 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I want to yell at Crawl. I'll say, Crawl, they're among us now.
Do I see anything? Do I have any idea what's among us?
Roll perception or investigation, whichever you're best at.
Sure. That is all of a 6.
You don't see nothing but the darkness under the canopies and the shadows that the late afternoon is casting through the woods.
Okay, so I just draw my swords and kind of go into a defensive stance.
Okay.
We're not alone, are we?
Would seem not. What is this thing, Fletch?
Whatever it is, it's the same thing that hit me in the tunnel in the cave before. Or it seems to be.
Arden will draw his dagger.
I don't guess there's like an arrow, that one arrow of mine, like just floating around in the air now. Is there? Okay.
You see it on the forest floor.
Okay. Well, if I'm not if I'm not attacked again or we're not going into rounds, I'm going to put my bow away and get the dagger and short swords out.
It doesn't seem like it that anybody's getting attacked at the moment. And you guys are all held to a defensive position.
Yeah. Arden has his dagger ready at any signs of close movement.
Oh, there's another way to do this. Screw this. I'm keeping the dagger out in my offhand, but I put the short sword away, and I take my whip out. And I'm just going to start cracking shots in the direction where I think that thing last was.
Okay.
Careful with that.
I know what I'm doing.
So
If you
as
say
he's
so.
doing that, the pebbles that Endin was juggling, he's gonna cast magic stone on it,
Okay.
and he's gonna take out his sling and throw one of the pebbles in the direction that blast came from.
Direction that the what came from?
The blast where the monster is.
There wasn't a blast, but in that direction where Fletch is attacking.
Yeah, where Fletch. Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's see. Who's at the tail end of the line?
And then
yeah.
Okay. And then you feel a cold touch that hits you,
Oh.
and go ahead and roll me a 1d4.
1d4. That's a 1.
That's a 1. Okay, you lose 1 point of strength, and you take 6 points of damage. So
And lose 1 point in strength, right?
Say what?
Lose 1 point in strength.
Yes. Do you scream, groan?
Yeah, he kind of tries to scream, but it kind of like his scream stops in midway. It's just a bit of noise out of him. That was pretty cold.
what is it? And then
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Fletch will turn in that direction and see if he sees anything.
Roll either investigation or perception.
17.
You think that you might seen something, but you're not 100% sure.
Well, in that direction, I'm going to snap my whip a couple of times.
Alrighty. Roll and see if you can hit.
I'm guessing I'm rolling with disadvantage.
You're rolling with disadvantage, yes, and hopefully two half elves give you a open lane.
Well, the first one's a natural 1. The second one is a 14.
All right, let's see here.
But that natural 1 is still a 7 altogether. I want to add.
Yeah. Let's see here. me a percentage on that one.
64.
Man. Roll me a D4. And
Okay.
we'll say 1, 2 is.
I got a 2.
Okay, I was going to say Eden. Is it Eden that was right behind you, or was it Arden?
Arden was the one right behind me.
Okay, you hit Arden, so roll up your damage and half it.
It'd be 6 damage altogether, so 3.
Okay. Arden, you get slapped aside the head with the whip as it's coming on back and going forward for 3 points of damage from Fletch.
Oh, sorry, man. It almost had you. I had to.
I thought you had it.
And your other roll there, Fletch.
It was a 14.
Oh, 14? Okay, roll, go ahead and roll me up some damage.
6.
6. Okay. So what are y'all doing?
Arden is just going to he brace himself up against Endon, just shake his head a bit, and he's going to try and squint and see if he notices anything.
Okay, go ahead and roll either perception or investigation.
That will be a 22.
You see a shadow moving from the back of the party. It looks like over to the left-hand side into and through the trees.
Everyone, right there! And he'll just point out.
Well, Fletch will look. In fact, he's probably snapping the whip before he even looks.
Okay. Roll your perception. Give yourself +4.
I got a 12.
With the +4?
Yep.
Okay. You're still not seeing it. You may be seeing a shadow someplace else that you're thinking, but you're not seeing what Aiden was seeing.
Endon is kind of feeling weak right now, but he still tries to see the direction that Arden pointed out.
Okay. Roll your perception +4 or investigation, whichever is the better.
Yeah, that's 14 plus 4, 18.
Okay. You still don't. You think you see something, but you're not 100% sure.
I'll still like to. Endon would still like to take a shot at it. He tries to attack him with the magic stone. The sling,
Okay.
using the magic stone.
Go ahead with disadvantage.
Yeah. Whoops, that's a 3.
3, you said?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
you missed him. Crawl.
And Crawl, too, when he hears this call to arms, would look and try to see if he spots anything.
Okay. Roll with a +4 for the perception or investigation.
Okay. So that would be a 19.
A 19, you think you're seeing something, but you're still not 100%.
And so I think I see something moving like in the tree line or like right next to us.
You're seeing it. It's you think it's in the tree along the tree line, but close to the trail.
All All right, so roundabout how many feet off is that? Is that like 20 feet, 30 feet?
From the trail or from you?
From me.
From you, it's probably about 30 feet.
All right, I'll just kind of turn in that direction and keep my eye on it, see if I see any like leaves moving or brush or anything like that. Anything that might give away somebody's position. Kind of like a hunter might.
Okay. And you don't happen to notice anything.
All right, I'll just keep watching.
Okay.
Yeah, Arden's going to try and just Eldritch Blast it, seeing as everyone else is having trouble.
Okay. Go ahead and give it a shot with disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 10.
All right, you miss.
Oh, well, I'm beginning to see what you guys are talking about.
Well, at this point, Fletch is going to roll up his whip, put it back in his belt, put the dagger in his main hand, step in the general direction this thing was last seen, and just like, bring it. Dagger's the only weapon I got. Bring it.
Okay, now that's the dagger you got from the guild, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you activated?
No.
Okay.
I'm just standing there with it in my hands. I am, in 3rd edition terms, I'm readying an action. Let me put it that way.
Okay. And let's see here. Who's he going to pick?
Coward.
He may be. And you feel a cool breeze. Not really a breeze, but that's what you kind of adjust it to.
Yeah.
Kind of sweep by your shoulder.
Fletch does?
Yep.
Does he take any damage?
Nope.
Regardless, even if he doesn't, he's going to activate the dagger.
Okay.
And say, try this.
All right. You'll notice that you guys light up pretty good right around you, and the normal shadows seem to fade back like you would expect them to, and up on your that'd be your right shoulder because you turn to it. Like going up towards the front of the party, towards Crawl, you can see this shadow that seems to be trying to hurry up and get out of this light.
We can all see it?
Yeah, I'm going to give it that you all can see this piece, because y'all, you had the one that pointed on out there where he saw it, that gave you the advantage, and as far as being able to look and see, and then with the sunlight just on top of it.
Well, I'm going to rush forward and try to attack it with the dagger.
Oh, okay. Well, that's about a 25-foot away from you. As far as that, so you'll be going past Crawl. The Crawl, you're seeing this. Aiden, Arden, you're seeing this. Fletch took out the dagger, lit it on up, bright as daylight, and headed towards this shadow that seems to be moving as fast as it can to stay away from this light.
Well, I've got that thing now. And
and it seems to be headed towards the cave.
Arden will attack again.
Okay, well, what, with the Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's the first thing that comes to his mind at this distance.
No problem. Go ahead.
That's 14.
14, that will hit as far as that.
And that is a 10 on the D10.
Okay. And you notice that it kind of dissipates. You don't see the shadow anymore.
Well, I'm still going to run up and do 2 attacks in the general direction of where I last saw it.
And those rolls you rolled, they'll hit.
Okay. Well, if it's there, I did 11 total points of damage.
Okay.
If it's not there, it's not there.
It kind of faded out. You don't see it anymore.
Do you think we got it, Endon?
I don't know, maybe, but right now, I'm just happy that I'm not dead yet.
And
as he says that he's going to use a charge from the band to heal himself.
Okay.
That's 6 HP back.
Okay.
I'm guessing the sunlight then dies away fairly quickly from the dagger.
Well, it's still there. It's still on.
Okay. Well, I'll draw my short sword in my offhand and move into the cave, since that seemed to be the direction this thing had been going.
Okay. And you get up to the cave, and you see the familiar 60-foot wide, 80-foot tall cave, and you can see very good for the first 30 foot, and fairly good for their next 30 foot, kind of like the twilight.
I'll move up that way too.
All right.
Well, I
Arden
don't
will
think we should
follow.
back behind. Let's move forward.
Yeah. Let's stick a little behind though.
Yeah, let's do that.
All righty.
Yeah, I'll keep going forward until the dagger light goes out.
Okay, well then, like I said, that's 2 turns that it'll last, so it'll last for a while.
Okay.
As far as that, you see on your left this oak door that's got silver bands, banded with silver bands off on your left. You know, Fletch, you know that door somewhat.
Yeah, there was one of those shadow creatures in there last time. He might even be in there now. Oh, what the heck. I'll go over and try the door, see if it's still unlocked.
It appears to be unlocked.
I'll throw it open and kind of jump back.
Okay. As you throw it open and you jump on back, How far are you jumping back?
10 feet.
10 feet. All right. All right. You see what looks to be a room in there that's, let's see, 10 feet. You see 20 feet into the room fairly well.
Okay. I'll move up to the doorway.
Okay.
With the dagger slowly.
You see the wall in the back at 30 foot away from you.
And I'll pop my head in real quick and glance around the sides because that's where one of those things was hiding last time.
And that's let's see what's he get for his pluses. All right. And does a 19 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and you'll end up with 7 points slashing damage as a longsword is coming on down across.
Is this a trap or someone attacking me?
You definitely see the 2 hands at the end of the longsword hilt. It's someone attacking you. Right, and need a Constitution save.
Oh yeah. 23.
Okay. And you see this somewhat gnarly set of hands and gauntlets on the either side of together on the hilt of the coming on down.
Okay. I'm gonna say, didn't we kill you once already? And then I'll say, Craw, your favorite kind of people are in here. And then I guess I'll bound towards him and start attacking. Let's see, with the dagger, I got a 24 and a 14. And with the short sword, I got a 13.
The 13 will miss. The other, you said a 24?
Yeah, 24 and a 14.
Okay, those will hit.
For a total of 13 points of damage from the dagger.
Okay. And what's the rest of y'all doing? You seen this? I'm trying to.
And the room is still lit from his dagger?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you have no problem seeing this.
All right, so I was pretty much right up behind Fletch.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have followed him into the cave and such. What do I see? Do I just see one of these things?
Yes, that's all you're seeing is one.
And being knowledgeable about the undead, do I know what this thing is?
Most likely.
Alright, so want me to make a history check with advantage then?
Go ahead.
So that would be a 15.
15. Okay. You know it as a white.
Mm-hmm. And do I know anything about whites?
They don't like sunlight.
Okay, so he doesn't seem to care for the sunlight. I replace one of my short swords, my offhand, with the sun dagger,
Okay.
and I rush into the room and try to just stab up at him as well.
Okay. Make your rolls to hit.
All right, so the first one will be the short sword, the second will be the dagger.
All right.
So natural 20 on the short sword and 16 on the dagger.
Okay. Both will hit.
So for the short sword, double damage, and this thing's been damaged.
Yes, he has.
All right, so I get Colossus Slayer.
Okay.
So for the first weapon, that is 3, 9, 12, 17 damage with the short sword.
Okay.
And with the dagger, that is 6 damage.
Okay. And the dagger 6.
And I'll say, foul thing, taste the sun.
And he hisses and kind of steps back and trying to get away from it, but not having much luck.
Hey, you don't have to call me names while we're fighting.
And so, what are our two mighty warlocks doing?
Endon is following Craw. Wait a second. Did I mess up the name? Yeah, Craw. And he stands behind Craw and launches the Elder Blast at the monster. And yeah, for now he's gonna do that.
All right, roll the hit with advantage.
Yeah. That's 17 for attack.
Okay, that a hit.
And then 7 damage.
Ready?
Yeah. And then is kind of act like as if he's hiding behind Craw.
All right.
I am small in size, but enough like
That's going to be a task. You may get some cover, but not a lot, because you are a good couple feet taller than.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you can help me hide.
All right. What about our other warlock? What you up to?
Yeah, Arden will run in and off to one side, and he'll mimic what his brother just did in terms of attack.
Okay. Roll the hit with advantage.
That'll be a 15.
The 15 will hit.
And just 2 damage.
And just 2 damage. Okay.
I was pretty sure I had that thing.
Hey, just consider yourself lucky that you hit him. You're not good at aim.
Hey. You're the slow one.
Okay. 13. Plus 4, that's a 17. And 1, 2 would be Fletch, and 3, 4 will be Crawl, since you're both up there in melee range. Damn. And he just likes you, Fletch. So, does a 17 hit you?
No.
All right. Let me. And I ain't even going to go any further on the second one, because I know that ain't I can't get better than that. So, alrighty. And he swings at you twice and misses you. One comes very close. The second one really swings rather wide, and it goes between you and Crawl.
Okay, I'm going to take a bonus action real quick and hit one of the buttons on my bracelet. Get back 8 hit points. That's not too bad. And then I'll make my 2 regular attacks with the dagger. Let's see. That's a 24 and a 9.
And the 9 will miss.
For 4 whole points of damage.
Alrighty. And Crawl.
Alright, seeing him still on the offensive, I press the attack as well, swinging with both weapons.
Alright.
So that would be a 24 and a 23.
They both hit.
So attacking first with the short sword and my Colossus Slayer. That's 13 damage. And then with the dagger, the Sun Dagger is 9 damage.
Okay. And you see this after that second attack with the Sun Dagger, you see him drop to the floor.
And I try to take the Sun Dagger as I see him drop, kind of reach up and stab it as high as I can, so that as he drops, it just drags through his back.
Alrighty.
See, guys like you are why I want a DNR.
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, come back halfway or something like that.
Don't worry, if somebody tries to bring you back and you become undead, I'll be sure to see you off.
That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. I guess it's me. Just leave me be.
And using the dagger, I'll kind of try to poke through this corpse to see if it has anything on it.
It has a long sword. And
I'm taking the longsword. We killed him once before and he came back. I'm taking the longsword.
he doesn't have any arrows. He has a bow. He has some, I believe it's studded leather armor.
And you'll see Crawl put away his short sword and his sun dagger and pull out a hammer with a python and just hammer in a python into each eye of this white. Right into the skull.
Oh. What's the rest of y'all doing?
That armor looks quite nice, don't you think, Endon?
Well, yeah, it does. Maybe you can pick it up.
That's all yours if you want it. I'm just gonna sell it anyways.
I don't really care.
I guess we leave it for now.
Alrighty.
And once Craw is done pinning this thing to the ground, I'm going to walk over just once and kick it in the side and say, yeah!
Okay.
Crawl will give Fletch a look like, why are you mutilating this body? Like, that was excessive. Why'd you need to do that?
Oh, sorry, I didn't want to get onto your thing.
Hey, as long as it's not moving, right?
Exactly. We can't have this thing getting back up. And I'll try to take my short sword and remove its head.
Okay, you'll be able to do it.
Once I have the head removed, I'll just toss it to Fletch.
And what do you want me to do with it?
I thought you might want a souvenir.
I got his sword, and I'll like soccer kick the head down the tunnel.
Okay.
Well, then let's continue. Before we go further into the room, I'll look to see if there's any signs of tracks or disturbed dust or anything else that might give us a clue what's coming up.
You're sure we don't like need to pull his toenails out or like cut his scrotum off or anything else before we're done?
Now, where are you checking for these signs? Inside that room?
Yeah, inside the room. Unless the room is so small that it's pointless.
No, it's a 30 by 30, and it's remarkably clean.
All right. Yeah. For what it's worth, with undead being my favored enemy, I do have advantage on survival checks to kind of like track them and that kind of thing.
Okay, that's fine, but it's a real clean room and not too many tracks there. And
while he's looking around, I'll point out there was a similar room ahead that had another nasty undead in it.
Well, then maybe we should go remove its head as well.
Suddenly, I'm not very comfortable with being here.
Don't worry.
But, yeah, let's go.
All right, fine. Go ahead, lead the way, Fletch. You seem to know this place.
I ran from it once. Okay. As long as the dagger is still working, I'll continue back out in the main room and then to the next door.
Okay, you're in front of you've gone down 65 feet to the next door, and it's on the right, and it's made of oak and covered in gold bands.
I'll, pinning my short sword under an arm, I'll reach forward and try to see if the door's unlocked.
It appears to be unlocked.
Does it open inward or outward?
Outward.
Okay. Then I'll yank it open and jump back 10 feet again. Stand there with weapons at the ready.
Okay. And you see about 20 foot on into there, you can see some shadows. You see what looks to be like some crates and barrels.
I'm going to spring through the door, like jump through.
How far are you going to try to jump through?
Maybe 10 feet, if I can make that.
Okay. Give me a dex check.
If it's just straight dex, it's a 6.
When you jump on in through, you kind of hit yourself on with one of the corners of the crates. You're able to maintain footing, but
I'm not hurt immediately, though.
No.
Well, I'll spin around with the lit dagger looking for an enemy.
Oh, okay. And you're not... give me a perception check.
21.
Okay. You seem to see, looks to be some shadows that go through the wall.
I'll yell that out to Cross since he's our undead expert. There's some shadows in here, but they seem to move through the walls. And at least so far, they're not attacking me.
Do I spot these shadows?
Roll of perception.
That's all of 11.
No, you don't.
All right. So I see him enter the room, and I don't see anything that's in there. But I kind of walk into the doorway, looking at Fletch. I see all these crates and barrels. I kind of motion towards them and say, perhaps with all these supplies, you could open some sort of store. Some place that does business with crates and barrels.
Yeah, and I'm an archer, so we could call it something like Target.
That would be perfect.
None of these crates are particularly like coffin shaped, are they?
No. Some are a lot bigger than what a coffin would be. You could probably fit a couple coffins in a couple of them, but
I'll go to a smaller crate and use my short sword to try to pry the lid off of one of them. What am I talking about? I've got tools. I'll get my tools out, crowbar, and try to open it.
okay. It'll take you a while.
Arden will stick his head through the door, opening, and like, let me know if there's anything interesting in there.
Yeah, do let us know. Shout from behind you.
It seems to just be storage, guys.
It probably is. I just want to double check. Because our next goal, after this room, I believe next was the shard.
Yeah, but if there's anything, with the right words, you can sell anything,
Yes, you could use these crates as tables and the barrels as chairs, and maybe open yourself up a restaurant.
Maybe.
Well, that might be the case, but who's gonna carry them all the way out?
Arden will look at Fletch.
And Fletch will just shake his head, no.
And then gonna look at Craw.
Fletch is already a rich man.
Well, we could roll them out sometime.
Yeah, I just want to look in this one crate, just to make sure, I'm not going to spend my time opening all these up or anything.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, we can come back when we've cleared this place.
I just wanted to make sure we're not like missing something that would be useful. I'm not so much worried about treasure at this point.
It'll take you probably one turn there to get it all the way open. It's nailed pretty tight, and there's a lot of nails.
Okay.
And the light from the dagger starts waning, and you get it on open, and what looks to you to be soil is inside it.
What is it?
Soil. Dirt.
Oh, okay.
Did you say there's dirt in there, Fletch?
Yes.
That is a terrible sign.
That's what I was thinking.
Wait, what does that mean?
Well, typically, vampires like to have the dirt of their homeland where they stay. It could be presumptuous, but we may have worse things ahead of us.
Hey, I'm not the expert, you are, but isn't there some kind of like thing like vampires don't like rose petals or something like that?
I think you're confusing vampires for your Lady of the Darkness.
Oh no, she likes rose petals.
Look, I'm not saying we should, but we can always head back.
Well, or we
No.
can head further in.
We're almost to our goal.
You said there's only one more room?
I think this was the last one. If I remember correctly, I think there were 2 rooms, and then we came to down on the tunnel, sort of a bigger area, and that's where the shard was kind of floating in air.
Crawl uses his tinder box and strikes up a torch and hands it to Fletch. Well, then continue.
Okay, I'll put my short sword away and take the torch and head on down the hallway.
Okay, you go the 80 foot down the hallway. You come into the alcove that's somewhat shadowy. You see a dark crystal floating above the ground and below the ceiling. The alcove itself is about 60 foot in diameter. And in the center of it is the dark gem floating in the air.
How far up is it floating?
It's floating about chest height on a good size orc.
So this is what we're after, huh? We came all this way and you guys couldn't grab it the first time?
Well, this is first time for us.
Yeah, let's try and get it.
Yes, please.
So you want to go up there?
Who's going in first?
I'm better hanging back.
After you, Fletch.
I think Fletch had to step out for a moment. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll take a little bio break. We'll say 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Probably should be all right. Allow Fletch to get what he needs done and whatnot, and allow us to take care of whatever business. Sound good?
Yep.
Sure.
All right.
Sorry about that.
Well, that's okay. We took a bio break.
Okay. I actually didn't start calling, but I felt it coming on.
Okay. And it's a good spot to get the mental juices focused, because down there at the alcove, depending on what goes on and the choices made, this is close to being to the end.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for you to throw a dragon at us, though.
Not with this group. As much as I set this one up for, there's no way that you guys would really survive it.
Actually, my last game, I guess 2 nights ago, we fought a red dragon. We were playing 18th level characters,
Yeah.
and we won, but we shouldn't have.
Yeah, I remember you guys fighting the dragon before too. That seemed a little rough.
Most of the dragons I've DM'd on this 5e and with this kind of stringed adventure, I kind of muzzle quite a bit.
Yeah, dragons can be rough, especially.
Well, they can engulf you real easy if they're good size. Even the small ones can take pretty good chunks.
The big ones have massive amounts of hit points.
That they do.
They have really good saves. Surprisingly, in 5th edition, I think their armor classes are actually a little lower than I would have made them, probably.
Yeah, but they can still swallow you.
Oh yeah.
That's a hard one there, because you go and they got a tremendous strength and supposed grapple.
And they're fearful.
Yep. So.
We actually got lucky. One of the things that really helped us was a total fluke. We were taking a long rest before going to tackle the dragon, and I think it was our bard cast Hero's Feast to feed all of us. And unbeknownst to us, even the bard, Hero's Feast gives you like immunity to fear.
Yeah.
And we were just like, oh yeah, that's great. We didn't even have that planned, so it was nice.
It's good when a plan comes together, though.
Hey guys, I'm back.
All right. We just got one more, and we'll get this.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get this. You have this 60-foot diameter alcove. You have the dark gem floating in air between the ceiling and the floor at about chest height of a orc, good sized orc. So where do we go from here, party?
New guys, go grab the gem.
Yeah, you guys lead the way.
Yeah, that thing doesn't look safe.
Don't worry, we got your back.
Well, brother,
Not so sure about that.
let's
Well, let's try a thing or two out first.
Yeah, consider it a test of loyalty.
Okay, Arden is going to move over to the stone.
You're moving on in. Nobody else is in the room? The alcove?
Endon is gonna follow Arden.
Fletch will go into the room, but he's going to kind of sit back and see. Interested to see what they do.
All right, let's see here.
Hey, I mean, they are the spellcasters in this group after all.
There. And you're seeing them move on up towards the gem there, and then Fletch, you get hit for 21 points.
Who does, Fletch?
Yeah, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Natural 20 for 27.
Okay. So it's just 21 points. Off from like your right side back, you feel this cold, gripping force that seems to be ripping at you right from your core.
Yeah, this happened last time I was here. I'm just going to spin and start attacking with daggers and swords.
Do the rest of us see this thing that happens?
Yeah,
Give me perception checks.
Eight.
four.
Alright. I have a 9.
A 15.
All right. Nobody seems to notice this.
Okay, so Arden will just keep moving onwards, and he is going to cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And he's going to try and touch the gem with the Mage Hand.
All right. You can touch the gem with the mage hand, but all of a sudden, when the mage hand touches it, roll me your Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 18.
18. Alrighty. you notice that it kind of shimmers when it touches it, and then disappears.
The mage hand or the gem?
Mage hand.
Doesn't look like magic's going to work here, guys.
Can Endon check what that was, or what kind of magic is imbued in that?
Say it again?
Can Endon check what kind of magic the crystal holds?
Yeah, if you want to cast detect magic
No,
or...
not that, like, just check the magic from Arcana check or something.
Oh, roll me an Arcana check then.
That would be 12.
Okay. You get a feeling that it's kind of a dark magic. You're really not sure if it's necromancy or if it's aberration.
Well, brother?
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, Arden is going to turn around. Yeah, and when he sees Fletch, he'll just kind of blink a few times. Fletch?
What's
Hold
wrong?
on, I'm bleeding here.
You're not really bleeding. It's just it'd be more like internal damage.
It's the way he's waving his weapon around that.
But what's Crawl doing?
Having seen this, I guess Crawl will kind of press his way into the room, seeing Fletch like waving his weapons around. And once in the room, I guess he doesn't really see what Fletch is trying to attack. Do I see anybody else in the room other than the four of us?
You see, right at the moment, all you see is the four of you. You can take a perception check.
Okay. So that's 23.
Okay, up above Fletch, you see this ghostly figure, shadowy, like hovering above him, looking like getting ready to take and strike at one of the other party members.
All right. First, I'll cast Hunter's Mark on it, and then I'll activate my dagger. And I'll hold it up towards the thing, pointing and say, "Let the light illuminate you, devil."
Okay, then back out away from the light, so it's from the bright part of the light. You got 30 feet there, so yeah, okay, it backed up another 15 feet.
Would any of us have noticed that thing as well?
Well, you'd have Crawl that's hollering at that, pulled out the dagger and activated it, so you got plenty of daylight there for 30 feet around. So you have advantage on seeing it if you want to see it now, since it's pointed on out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fletch wants
Arden
to
is
try
going to
to
look
too.
for it.
Say what? I heard Fletch.
Fletch wants to look for it too.
All right.
Yeah, Arden will look for it as well.
All right.
Well, when this sunlight bursts up, and then kind of turns and tries to see what actually happened there, why he lit up the dagger.
Okay.
Fletch got a 22.
Okay, you can see
Arden
it.
got a 9.
A 9, you don't see nothing.
Yeah.
And 8.
and you don't see nothing. You see, Fletch, you see hovering up above you over on your right-hand side, that back to this shadowy, ghostly-looking specter that's up about be about 20 feet above you now.
Okay. Fletcher's going to look at Crawl. Here's my suggestion. Use your dagger while it's lit on the magical protections around the shard. I could be wrong, but I'm going to guess that'll bring those protections down. It might also get rid of your light. But if we can grab the shard, we might be able to run out of here without fighting this thing.
Okay.
But Crawl, you're the undead expert. But I don't think we can beat this thing.
And with that, what do I know about this? You said it's a specter?
No, it's Wraith.
Alright, what do I know about this wraith? I have advantage on intelligence checks to know stuff about undead.
Okay, roll.
So that would be a 13.
Okay. You know that they're evil. They fly, and they don't like sunlight, and been known to drain life forces from their victims.
Okay. So I'll kind of shout to the rest of the party, beware of this creature's touch.
Yeah, all right.
And shoot it already.
Though, what creature are you talking about?
And I'm still just kind of pointing the sun dagger towards it.
Will regular weapons hurt it?
There's one way to find out.
Yeah. Drop the torch, dagger away, get the bow out, shoot 2 arrows.
Okay, roll the hit.
22 and 14.
All right, they'll hit.
Both hit?
Yep.
For a total of 19 damage.
Okay.
Did it seem to react?
It seemed to break apart a little bit when the arrows went through it.
Okay.
Arden at this point will take a lucky shot.
Take a what?
Take a lucky shot.
Okay.
So that's it one. And that one.
A nat 1?
Yeah.
Now roll me a percentage.
Oh, damn.
I had this coming.
Just a sec. 86.
As you're going and the cast that and it goes on out, you notice that it seems to go and your brother is about 5 feet from you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It hits your brother and bounces into the gem. Roll up your damage.
Okay.
That was a real lucky shot.
5.
5, you take 3 points of damage.
How much?
3 points.
3 points.
Whoa, I'm sorry, man.
Come on, you got to learn wing.
You hear a loud chuckle from the specter.
This thing is getting on my nerves.
As he chuckled, and then kind of gets angry and shoots, I guess, another lucky shot at the specter.
Okay. Roll the hit. Get another one.
That could be an 8. Yeah, that's an 8.
That's a what?
8.
Okay. That misses. And with that, the specter is going to go ahead and, well, I call it a specter. It's not. It's a raft, but specter-looking thing. Will go after, let's see here, it was Eden.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Let's see. Oh, he has to do it with. Yeah. Okay. So. Does a 10 hit you?
No.
Oh, okay. You. Okay. Okay. You feel a coldness come by your skin, though.
And kind of shivers.
And you guys that were looking at him, he's not over in the same place.
Can Andon see it now?
You can roll a perception to see.
Yeah, I'll try that.
So we've lost him altogether again?
Yeah, he moved.
Okay, I'll try for perception. I got a 14.
Crawl will kind of track him too with his hunter's mark.
Yeah, you do have that on. So he's over on the other side, in a darker side of the room, away from you and the sun dagger. What he did was he did a strafe and run, like trying to hit, and went on over.
So realizing that Crawl probably can't take a swing at him, he doesn't want to put away this dagger. He'll move over to the shard,
Okay.
and he'll pull a bag from his pack. And you'll see this. How big is the shard?
The shard itself is all of probably about a golf ball size.
Okay.
Gem.
Great. So he'll pull this pouch out from his pack, and the brothers who are next to each other might see as he opens the pouch. It seems to be full of some sort of white crystal, and he will, using his short sword, try to push the gem into the crystalline substance that's in the pouch.
All right. As soon as you touch it with your short sword, give me a Constitution check.
Okay. All right, so that's an 18.
18. You, the rest of the party kind of sees you glimmer, and sees you fall to the floor.
Okay, so the shard doesn't move or anything?
It moved a little bit, but it's like pushing a big nut off the table with a straw. You can get it to move, but it didn't really move a lot.
Alright, so I wasn't able to push it into the sack with the substance then?
No, you're down on the floor right at the moment.
Does he appear conscious or seriously hurt or anything?
He's not moving.
Alright, I stand back up.
No, you don't.
So I'm not conscious?
No, you're not conscious.
Is he still flesh?
He's still flesh.
Okay. The dagger's still lit.
Yeah.
But we don't see the thing, the spectre.
No, that's off. Darker side of things.
I'm going to take 2 arrow shots at the shard. Just bam, bam. Basically hoping the power of my arrows can like knock it out of its magical protection or whatever.
Go ahead and do a Constitution check.
11.
11.
Yeah.
As soon as the arrows touch the shard, they glimmer and they disappear.
Damn it. And I'm going to do I want to do a bonus action really quick just to hit another button on the bracelet.
Okay.
Arden is going to move over to Craw.
Okay.
Kind of just crouch and just shake him a little.
Okay. He doesn't seem to wake up.
Would I be able to press one of the buttons on his bracelet?
Say what?
Push a button on his bracelet.
You could.
I will do that.
All right. Crawl, were you down any hit points?
No, I'm at max HP.
Okay. So it doesn't seem to do much of anything.
All right.
So how big is this room?
It's 60 foot in diameter.
And then is gonna kind of go a bit away from them and cast fairy fire, hoping that he might find where the spectre is.
Go ahead and go ahead and cast your fairy fire. Which direction are you going to cast it in?
It's actually a 20-foot cube. Yeah, and any creature in 20-foot cube should roll a dexterity save.
Okay, dex save of 20.
A 20?
Yeah, the Wraith got a 20 for his dex save.
Can't do anything else.
All right.
Does either of you have any other kind of spells that can reveal this thing?
Well, that was the one.
The one. Okay.
I've got nothing.
Okay, seriously. I'm not trying to be cowardly here or get out of this. But I think one of you should take the dagger and try to use it to get the shard. And the only reason I suggest one of you instead of me is because if this fails, it's probably better for all of us if one of you falls unconscious than if I fall unconscious.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right, you're taking the sun dagger and touching the shard.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing Crowd I tried to do.
Okay, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I don't make that.
What did you roll?
That's a 3.
Oof. Dan, you did it with your short sword, right?
I did it with my short sword, and I got an 18 on my Constitution.
No, that's what I thought. You did it with your short sword. Okay. You see the sun dagger glimmer, and you fall unconscious.
Okay.
Is the dagger out?
The dagger's still there.
What do you think we should try again?
No, I can't carry all three of us out of here. I can't see our foe. We're going to have to run again. He's smaller. You grab the half-elf. I mean, the halfling. I'll grab your brother and just run again.
As you wish. And then is gonna run and grab the halfling and run out as fast as possible.
I'll put my bow away, run over, grab the other half-elf and the dagger, and just run. Just keep running all the way out of the mountains, back to where we first came.
Well, while running, and then gonna say, that reminds me. Didn't he like teleport using these bracelets?
Do what?
Teleport?
Yeah, but we've got to get back to the glade to do that.
So well, let's keep running.
So yeah, I guess we'll run again.
All right. And you'll not run into any issues going on down and through. There's a very faint, slight pulse on the two that are kind of knocked out.
Okay. Do they at least look somewhat alive? Like their flesh isn't...
they look like it would be. They doesn't look like there's any physical damage to them outside as it was prior, except that they seem to be almost hollow in a sense.
Okay. We'll get back to the glade.
Okay. And Crawl and Aiden, right, are the two that are knocked out.
I believe so.
Arden and Crawl.
Okay. Now for you two, you feel like you're in this prismatic cell with smoke swirling around you with glass walls that you if you press down upon them.
Yeah, Arden will knock on it.
Okay. Who do I have left, Endon?
Yeah.
You're the one who's conscious, right? Okay.
Can you repeat that?
Do what?
Can you repeat what you said?
Endon is the one who is conscious, right?
Yeah, I'm the one who's holding the halfling.
Okay. Set the halfling down. I'll set your brother down.
Okay.
We're going to take a short rest. And
if you take a short rest, then the strength points that you had,
yeah,
you'll come back.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a short rest. I'm going to go over to Crawl. I'm going to go over to Crawl, and I'm going to take his bracelet off of him and try to put it onto my other arm.
Okay.
All right. Now, Endon, this is what I want you to do. I want you to take Crawl, use your bracelet to teleport Crawl and your brother back to the guild. I'm going to sit here for an hour and take a short rest to heal up some, and then I'm going to go get the shard myself. And
I don't know if you'll be able to do it alone. Do you need some help?
I'll do it, one way or another. I'm going to take the dagger with me. But yeah, basically, if you guys don't see me back in, let's say, 3 hours, I'm probably dead. But I'm tired of running from this place.
I don't think you should just go and get yourself killed.
I don't think I'm going to, but that's why I'm going to heal up first. That's why I'm going to take a rest.
But there's that spectre.
I'm not worried about him.
And you know you can't really touch the shard.
Let's just say, at least with the dagger, I think I've got the best chance of anybody.
But still not alone.
Hey. Gotta do it sometimes, man.
Oh,
And,
come on.
I mean, it's not that I don't want, to be honest, anybody else with me, and I don't mean just you, I mean anybody else with me, with maybe the exception of Anders if he was here, and maybe Crawl, is just going to kind of be in my way. And that's,
I still think you should come back, and we can come back later here.
I've already done that. I've already been back once. But seriously, just go. I'll be okay.
Well, I'll try to come back with some help, I guess.
You can tell Pinkus, whoever, what's going on, and that'll be up to them. Like I said, I'm going to sit here and rest for an hour. So if there's any help coming, it needs to come in that hour. If it's not, then I'm still going to go do what I got to do.
Well, I guess that's it then. I carry halfling and half-elf and run to wherever that was from where I can teleport.
Well, while this is going on, I'm trying to. I don't know if there's anything I can actually do, but I'm trying to break out of that glass prison in my mind or whatever.
Okay. Roll a Constitution save.
That would be a 16.
Okay. You just it doesn't feel like you're getting anywhere. So you're going. You're taking the other two back to teleporting back to the guild, right?
Yep.
All right. You'll be back there. Pinkus will be there looking befuddled and hollering out orders throughout the guild hall to place Crawl and your brother over on this table on a table there so they can be looked at and examined. As far as that, and you see Pinkus going through a bunch of books and trying to research what's going on here, and he's really somewhat worried and such, and in the meantime, he's asking what happened all through this, in between thoughts and patterns, what happened. And he's looking for more information so he can figure out exactly maybe what happened to the two.
Well, and then kind of describes that these two were trying to remove the shard, but some kind of shock came, and after that they went unconscious.
And Pecos would be rubbing his beard and such, and thinking and rubbing his forehead. And he's going to ask, where's Fletch?
Fletch said that he's going to go back there. We do need to send him some help.
What kind of help does he need?
I don't know, maybe a few good men.
Let's see here. And we're going to see. Let's see. Okay. Just double checking on the spell as far as that. What's going on here? All right. He comes on back and he'll give you this silver and gold laced handkerchief that's like silk, and send you back to Fletch to try to give that to him and tell him to try using this to grab the shard. It may protect you and allow you to grab it.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm back to the cave now?
yeah, you're back at the glade where Fletch is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for Fletch, and I'm gonna dash.
Say what?
Dash looking for Fletch.
Okay. You see him?
Yeah, I'm just sitting there resting, probably eating some rations or something.
It seems you're still here.
Yeah?
Well, Pincus gave me this. Shows him the silk handkerchief. He said to try to grab the shard from this, using this.
So try to grab the shard with this. Okay. Okay. All right. Between an earlier second wind and using my hit dice, I can get back up to full. Did the handkerchief or whatever it is, I'll take that. Okay, look, I still want you to stay here. I don't want you to come with me.
No, I think I am gonna come with you.
Look, I'm not going to fight this thing. I can't
Well,
see it. I can't fight it.
If running it is, I can run faster.
Well, okay. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you're at least as fast as I am. All I'm going to do is run in there, try to grab the shard, and then get out. And if this thing hits me, then it hits me. I'll just keep running and healing as much as I can.
Well, that's the plan then. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, let's do it then. All right. No. If there's enough, I'm guessing it's night now.
Yes.
If there's enough moonlight and starlight, I won't bother with a torch until we get back to the cave.
There's plenty of night light.
Okay. And I'm not running. I don't want to tire myself out or in and out. Once we get back to the cave, I'll light a torch, and it'll be in my offhand, and the cloth will be in my right hand, and I'm still not running forward. I'll just take my time, being cautious, looking around, watching shadows.
Your half-elf partner who should have dark vision and should be able to help you up through the trails without using light.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and also, Andon is gonna ready the Eldritch Blast just in case if some specter shows up or unknown attack comes in from somewhere.
Yeah, you might be able to keep it busy for a round or two while I try to get the shard. But yeah, basically, unless we get attacked first, I'm just taking my time until we get to the room where the shard is.
Yeah, I'm waiting for us getting attacked.
Okay. You roll on up. You go down the hall. You're back at the alcove with the shard.
Okay. Stay here by the door. I can do this really quickly, whether I get hit or not.
Okay.
All right. Give the good old college football try here. I'm basically just going to charge through the door, barrel full speed towards the shard.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what I'm doing. You tell me when or if I get hit or stopped or whatever.
All right. You got the dagger out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think it's lit anymore, I'm sure.
Well, you did a short rest, right?
Oh, yeah. That's right. You're right. I did a short rest. Yeah, so I'll go ahead. Instead of lighting a torch, like I said earlier, forget that then. I'll light the dagger. I forgot about that. You saved me on that one. So thanks, DM. But, yeah, I'm basically running forward, dagger leading the way. I'll run up to the shard, close my eyes, and offer a brief prayer to any gods that are listening. Take this cloth and just reach out and try to grab the shard with it.
All right. Give me a Constitution check.
Here we go. 21.
21?
Yeah.
Okay. You have it covered.
Do I have it in my hand? Pull it back to me?
Yep.
Okay. Then I turn and run back out the door.
All right.
And as I'm running past the elf, I'm going to say, run.
You feel.
And I run.
You feel 3 cold swipes at you.
Oh.
Okay. I kick in with my action surge and run more.
As far as that, so He missed 3 times, so you'll make it back. You'll be able to make it down to the glade.
Okay, and by the time I'm there, I'm screaming and cussing at Pincus and yelling for helicopters to come get us out of there again.
Well, you get the bracelets.
I know, but I'm too befuddled to think of it. I'll go ahead and say, all right, we're ready to go back. I'll use the bracelet.
All right.
And then follows and uses the bracelet too.
Okay. And you'll see once you get on back there, Pincus asks if you have it.
I hold it out to him in the cloth, still in the cloth.
He said lay it down with the cloth on the cloth between both their heads.
Okay.
And he's going to reach back and bring out this old tome, and he's going to start reciting some words from out of it, and you get Dan and who is it? It's Eden, right? That's asleep or knocked out.
It's Arden.
Arden. Okay, then Arden and Crawl, go ahead and make a constitution check again.
I'll go ahead and fail.
Why?
Because I've been kind of beaten down by this oppressive force. I mean, it seems as if we had a purpose, but now I feel like I'm trapped and I can't get out.
If you don't come back after everything I just did, I will hunt your soul down.
I got a 14.
Okay. You start waking up.
Where am I?
When Andon sees Arden, he says, "Well, morning, brother.
You're very
It's about time you woke up."
you're very weak. You're very tired. Your muscles are shaking from a lot of stress. Your mind, one wicked headache.
Yeah. No. Tell me about that in the morning. I'm gonna sleep. And Arden just, falls back and closes his eyes.
Okay.
So, Pincus, is there anything that can be done for Crawl?
Just the spell is the only ancient one I got that I think that can help, and it.
Is the shard important to that?
Yeah, it has to be there because it has their soul locked up into it.
Can you
feel
use
like-
the
Go ahead.
spell again? Can you use the spell again?
Yeah, can use it again, but we got a timeline because his body can only last just so long without a soul.
Yeah, I know. Using the cloth, I'm going to pick up the shard and put it in Craw's hand, and I'm going to close his fingers on it. And I'll sit there and hold his hand and say, try at least once more.
So I get a 4.
A 4. Oh man.
That that might have been the season I failed.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the spell's giving out of game, out of character. The spell is basically giving you plus 10 to your roll, and trying to make it 20. So 14 is.
Yeah. So is that it? Are we out of time then?
No, there's 24 hours before the body expires, but we can. Pincus is going to have to go through a rest and see if there's something else that he can do. Let me see on his. I know his course of magic transmutation. He has an ability. Let me see. Let's see. School of transmutation. Will that go there? Okay. He's going to go ahead and take this gem of his, and he's going to lay it on Krell's head. Damn. And he's going to go ahead and do some magical incantations, and then the gem will go ahead and get very, very bright. You'll see it explode, and it'll be like fine fairy dust floating about the air and on everybody standing around there, and Crawl will slowly be coming to. He'll have the worst headache he ever had. Breathing will still be shallow. His muscles will be twitching from overexertion. Just played on out. But his soul will be back into his body. And Pincus will end up going down on a knee.
Fletch will help him back up. If he needs it, carry him to bed.
He's going to have to go and have a good long rest so he can remake this magic item of his. But and that's where that'll be. He'll have Riverwood take the shard and put it in that cloth and put it into a strange box that's grayish black stone, which you you guys have seen before because they mined it, the double rock. Put it in that and hand it off to Quartermaster Bob to have locked up into the vault in the guild.
And I'll go to Riverwood and ask, what can we do for Craw now?
He just needs rest.
Okay, I'll make sure he's got rest.
Is he conscious?
Yeah, you're conscious, but it's just like, think about like if you tied on one for a whole weekend without stopping, alcohol poisoning, and to the point where it's not that it killed you, but it was just about there. And then the headache that you'd have from something like that.
Crawl will like look up at the ceiling. It's like he's there, but he's not. And he's talking to everyone in the room, but he's also just talking to no one. He doesn't really seem to sense the people around him. It's almost as if he's speaking his thoughts aloud. And he'll say, "What happened there?
They didn't
I
get
feel,
you.
I feel split between two places. Once again, we were sent on a march for death."
But they didn't get you. Again.
The stone, did we get the stone?
We got the stone.
How?
Endon and I made sure you and his brother were safe, and then we went back and got it.
But how did you get the stone? It had such a powerful magic.
Pincus gave us a magical sheet of toilet paper.
It was a blessed. It was a blessed cloth from the church.
Oh. Hey, this is Fletch is from the street. He has no idea what some poofery thing is. And he's like, he gave us this magical cloth, and we literally just ran in there, grabbed it, and got out and ran away.
And when you say this, you'll see Crawl's face just show the slightest bit of emotion. It looks as if his brow kind of turns down and his face kind of curls a little bit, almost in anger, but you hear no words.
But look, sometime when you're well and better again, we get a group together. Hey, we know where there's an undead to take out. He's just sitting there waiting on you. Until then, you need to rest. And with that, Fletch is going to go to Quartermaster Bob.
Yep.
And he's got a couple of, real quick, just donations to the guild. One, this long sword. He'll tell Bob, hey, I got this from some undead thing. It could just be a regular sword. It could be magical. I don't know. It's now the guild's. And I'll give him this signet. I think it was on a chain that I believe came from a merchant's house or a mercenary's house from down south.
Yeah, merchants. It was a merchant's.
Yeah, I don't know if this thing's worth anything or if the guild can use it, but we got this off a dead guy too. And then I'm going to go find the elves. The half-elves, the brothers.
Oh,
And say, gentlemen, I'm buying tonight.
Riverwood will come back out to the main area, so where you guys are gathered, and he'll say the Master Pincus, he's authorized me to put out the expenditure of 150 gold pieces apiece for the work that you did tonight.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, at the sound of ring and money, Arden just, sits straight up.
He does
Wait,
what?
he sits up. Wait, did I hear that right?
Yes, you did. And I'm still
And
fine.
kind of and then kind of forces him back to on the bed so he can like go back to sleep.
Well, what are we waiting for then?
Endon, there's a tavern right across the street. Oh, by the way, I should mention there's a price on my head, and there's a bunch of orcs who want me dead. So if we get over there and the place is filled with orcs, you can leave if you want to, but I'm getting a drink.
Well, there's
Don't worry, I'll be with you.
We can
all
blast
the
our
way.
way through.
there's a price on every guild member's head.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Okay. I head across the street and drink.
All right. And we'll more or less call that a wrap.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and give a quick little thing here. Where the heck are you? There. Okay. And I want to take that and doing something a little different this time. And Dan, do that and share. And with that, Pincus is my little thank you for the entities that have been helping us and people we think that we want to try to support somewhat because of their hard work there between the Nerdarchy guys, Drop Dice, the One Table One Shot, and Fantastic Dimensions, which has allowed us to make this come to a certain amount of fruition here, and just want to give them a nice little handout. And there's Riverwood over here, and here's Spankus. They're all just trying to put together some kind of craziness, and so everybody enjoys himself. And with that over there done, that if you guys want to give an exum, whatever you're up to, something that you want to give a shout out about, or somebody, or whatever, feel free.
I'll just give again a quick shout out to the One Shot group. It's a really great, probably my favorite online gaming group, I guess you'd say, as far as bringing everybody together.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to the One Shot group as well. I mean, I'm really helped my gaming as well, and it's a great group of people. Also, thank you guys for letting us play. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. As far as that, we'll go ahead. If nobody else has any other things that they want to shout out to or support, then we'll stop the broadcast and we can chat offline. Going once, going twice, going thrice, done.